Hey folks, it's me, Kevin Smith. Just before we get started with the show, just wanted to say a few words about recent events, current events, especially the heartbreaking tragedy that took place last night in Atlanta. When you're making a movie like Zack Snyder's Justice League, you involve a bunch of talented people, way more talented than myself, of all genders, races, creeds, and colors, all of them coming together, united to make something awesome that we all get to enjoy with one another. We've seen a lot of hate in the world, particularly recently. But if there's one thing that, the Justice League teaches us, it's that there's hope if we're united. Let's stop the hate. Let's stop the violence against people of color. There's an address on the bottom of your screen if you want to help join in the fight. We thank you for your help. We thank you for joining us here tonight. Now, please enjoy the digital red carpet premiere of Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Oh, it is finally here, Snyder Cut-Cateers, man. I'm Kevin Smith, and after all the years of speculation and feverish anticipation, it is my sincere pleasure to welcome each and every one of you to the digital red carpet premiere of Zack Snyder's Justice League, man. All the hype and pizzazz of a major Hollywood premiere with none of the associated limo fees, unless you decided to stream this from inside of a limo, in which case, well played. As you can see, we're broadcasting right here from a spare bedroom in my house. I'm just kidding, I wish I lived here. We're actually at the all-new DC exhibit at the Warner Brothers Studio Tour Hollywood, man, which means you're getting an exclusive first glimpse tonight at this amazing new space. Now, as we all know, the Snyder Cut has been a long time coming, and it absolutely would not have happened without the support of tonight's extra special VIPs, man. I'm talking about you, the fans, especially all the APs out there. Without your energy and commitment to the cause, the hashtags, the petition, the plane flying messages over Warner Brothers, the world may never have seen Zack's incredible vision finally brought to life, as we're gonna see tonight. Thanks to you, later tonight, we'll all be treated to a truly massive cinematic experience. More story, more character, more action. Oh yeah, and the debut of a new world-conquering supervillain named Darkseid, ladies and gentlemen. Perhaps you might have heard of him. But before this superpowered hype train finally pulls into the station, we're taking all the best parts of a red carpet premiere and beaming them right into your home. Over the next hour, we'll interact with our fellow fans. We're gonna rub elbows with movie stars. We're gonna admire some of the evening's finest cosplay fashions and even visit with the director himself, Mr. Zack Snyder, including a special live appearance at the end of this program that you are not gonna wanna miss. So for the love of Hera, man, just do exactly what y'all been doing for the last 12 months and don't go anywhere, okay? This party has officially started, man. First up, let's check in with our fan correspondent, Joelle Monique, man. She's over in the fan pen. What's cooking over there, Joelle?
Only one thing cooking over here in the fan pen, Kevin, and that's anticipation. Like he said, I'm Joelle Monique, and over the course of the next hour, I'll be mixing it up with some of the red carpet's most distinguished and enthusiastic guests, the fans. We'll geek out, check out some of the cosplay, rock some trivia, and so much more. Call this your fortress of gratitude as we count down the debut of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Make some noise, fan pen! Now let's go back to Kevin Smith for the first of many goodies he's got in store for us.
Aquaman, those kids are adorable. Good stuff, fan pen. I'm gonna start calling you the Legion of Zoom. You like that? Now let's keep that energy going, kids, because I'm ready to give you your first look behind the scenes on the set of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Are you ready for this? Behold!
Action!
Once you do this, you do I-beam them. You're gonna have your run-in with Cyborg where you boom, pound him.
Action!
You throw him. Just look here. You're in trouble now. And then we go back to them. No, they're back shots. Then stop Wonder Woman from pushing you.
Yep.
He's got her like that. Okay, so what I was saying is at the beginning when you do your big turn and you're looking at the Justice League on the hill, you straighten out, you kind of lower the goggles. Straighten out, and we're going to turn our guns on. 3, 2, 1, fire. And here comes your hard bump to the right. 3, 2, 1, bump to the right, explosion.
Are you okay? Bruce? Bruce?
Cut! That's pretty slick. And then we just have Ben turn right out of that, right? Yeah. So it's pretty much like, he starts kind of like that. He's kind of leaning over sideways and then you're like, yeah, straight, rather than...
Don't worry about me. Get your unity. They're here.
Hey!
Bruce!
Pretty good.
Ah! Goosebumps! Am I right? Ugh. Now let's check back with the fan pen where Joelle is standing by with some questions. Joelle!
It's now time for a little Q&A with our resident Snyder Cut super fans. Can you talk a little bit about the community that's sort of built around this?
Or several of us were, familiar from kind of being in similar circles. We're all interested in both like the DC properties, but also Zack Snyder as a filmmaker.
What Zack does is an art form, and through his art form, I've met so many amazing people, and these people that are here with me now are all my friends, and I talk with them every single day.
We just developed this really awesome friendship, and it's just been a hell of a ride.
Who's your favorite Justice League member?
You can't beat the big man with the S. It's Superman, without a doubt.
I'm gonna have to say the Flash.
I think I got to shout out Cyborg. Zack Snyder made Cyborg the heart of the movie.
It is Wonder Woman. There's something about the way that Snyder represents his women's in his movies that just empowers you.
Definitely Batman. He can do anything that he sets his mind to.
When we're going to the larger Justice League villain canon, we've got Darkseid and then Steppenwolf.
I'm like beyond excited for Steppenwolf. What human or emotions or whatever is he gonna bring to these alien characters to make them for real?
What are you guys excited to see out of Darkseid?
Everything. Just hear that voice.
Yes.
Oh my God, chills from that voice. When I heard it for the first time, I was like, oh my God, that's insane. Like actual chills.
How are you going to do your premiere tonight?
I'm just having friends over, so that's gonna be fun.
Nobody can make any sounds when I'm watching that movie. I'm gonna soak it all in and just have a big smile on my face, but probably end up crying as well.
Are you guys going to do it in chapters?
I'm going to do the full watch twice, and then I'm going to attempt to do it in the chapters that, Zack has put them in.
I'm definitely going to have some espresso because I want to be like full attention.
The only break I'll be taking will be hopping on Zoom to talk to Nana and our other friends and break it down. After we're done with that, maybe sleep and then watch again.
Drink it in. It's going to be an experience. Have fun. Let's get back to you, Kevin.
All right, my friends, you have read all the rumors, man. You have seen all the teasers, and you have watched the shot-for-shot breakdowns of every official trailer. But no one, and I mean no one, outside of this production has seen this exclusive Darkseid clip that we're about to show you right now, man. This is something we have been waiting for years. This is the very last first look any of us will ever see before the official debut of Zack Snyder's Justice League later on tonight. This is Zack's gift to all of us, especially you. Enjoy.
Have you finished the conquest? Not yet, Desire. Then why do you summon me? I bring news. Before mighty Darkseid came to the throne, he searched the universe for the ultimate weapon. The anti-life equation. The key to controlling all life and all will throughout the multiverse. He found it, hidden on a primitive planet, but before the story of the Defiance is well known. I have found the primitive planet, the world that fought back. It is Earth. The anti-life equation is carved into the surface of this very world. Are you certain? I have seen it. I have looked with my own eyes on anti-life.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I have been to a lot of movie premieres, but this is a first. I'm here in a Batcave, sitting across from the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Zack Snyder. Excellent to see you, sir.
Good to see you, my brother.
Now, I told you before we got started, I watched Zack Snyder's Justice League from Friday at 1 in the morning. I got a link, and I said, it's 1 in the morning. I said, I wanted to see it for so long. Let's go for it. So I figured maybe I watch an hour, go to sleep and stuff. I watched it till 5 in the morning. I thought it was a stunning achievement. I think in terms of a superhero movie or a comic book movie, probably the most visionary. Instantly, you could tell the artist behind it. You're a guy that paints in splash pages. If you're a comic book collector, there's the idea of a splash page is you open up a double page spread and it's just this gorgeous imagery that the artist has put together. That's what this movie is. It is a series of splash pages. And even when you break it down into the chapters, it felt like an entirely coherent comic book experience. Because as you read an arc that involves a couple different stories, a couple different issues, sometimes they dedicate an issue to one character, one character, one character, one character, and then bring them all together.
Yeah.
So it played out exactly like that. Now, going back to the start, and I mean Man of Steel.
Sure.
Was that the vision that one day you would get to a 4-hour giganto cut of the Justice League?
Well, you know, when we did Man of Steel, you know, in a world with Batman, in a world with just Batman, it's hard to have Superman as well.
Right.
Like that day, if you decide like we should add Superman to this world, it'd be kind of tough because you'd be like, well, we kind of haven't had him before, and this is a deal. But in a world with Superman, Batman might be out there somewhere in an alley beating up some dude. So a bad guy, of course. You know, when we were doing Man of Steel, we did like, you know, there's a little bit of LexCorp, there's a little bit of, you know, Wayne. So, you know, just trying to say, like, look, we think that shit's out there.
There's a satellite. Like, I remember the Wayne Tech
Yeah.
satellite, and everyone in the audience was like, ah!
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's like, okay. You know, we always had that eye to go to, you know, Justice League, was that going to be out there?
Right.
And so the idea of it being 4 hours and being sort of what we have now, I mean, that sort of evolved from after BVS, and we sort of like really seeded the world, and now it was time to meet everybody. That's how it just naturally happened. If you really take the time with all of them, you end up with 4 hours. You know?
Right.
That's kind of, it wasn't we didn't go like, we're really gonna blow it out with 4 hours. I knew it was gonna be a long movie to introduce them correctly. You know, you end up, and then also to give the villain, frankly, you know, Steppenwolf and Darkseid they need their space to feel like you've got a complete emotional journey that you've been on with these guys. Even for Steppenwolf, I wanted him to go on a journey too.
Right.
You know,
As anybody who goes into an endeavor this large, how many days did you guys shoot? Do you know? Months?
months and months. We were in England for a year.
Who is the most important person in the process to you? I'm assuming Deb. I'm assuming.
Yeah, definitely Debbie is the number one. She's the top of the whole thing, you know, for me. She busts my chops in the best possible way, but also she's also my partner and really supports me when, you know, the chips are down. So I got lucky. And then the rest of my crew, I bring them from movie to movie. So they all are, you know, they're family to us. They're really who we are social with, as well as that our little circus family is pretty much how, you know, they're our friends. So it really makes going for a year to England not a crazy experience, because it's the same people we would see if we weren't in England. They just happen to all now live in England. So it works out pretty good.
Since you're in a world of epic storytelling where sequels are de rigueur, you get to work with the same casts over and over again. And as we saw in the footage, there's a lot of affection. As we saw during the Release the Snyder Cut campaign, there's a lot of affection from your cast.
Sure.
It seemed like family, no?
Yeah, 100%. Like those guys, yeah, I really consider them friends, especially that cast, because I've been making these DC movies for almost 10 years. And so you literally, I don't know any other actors. At this point, I'm kind of, you know, those are like the main actors I know. But I think the thing that's cool is that those fans and that sort of movement, you know, really did gain momentum though when it was 2 years ago on November 17th, when the fans really went crazy on Twitter, and Gal and Jason and Ben all, you know, joined in, and Ray, of course, and they all really really catapulted it into the stratosphere. And you know, my agent got a call from the studio the next day to say, like.
And let's talk about that, because the movement that created the Zack Snyder's Justice League, the movement that got it to the world.
Sure.
We talk about in this world, you know, hey, it's for the fans, it's all for the fans, it's for you. There's a lot of fan service because that's good for business. This was fan service of a different kind. This is, instead of a studio talking about fan service to an audience literally delivering fan service for the filmmaker.
Yeah.
So you were at the epicenter of a campaign, honestly, that has never happened before. But what was it? What did it feel like? Were you ever scared, or was it like, this is actually the road to finishing the movie?
Yeah, I had a lot of faith in the fans, and I really appreciated everything they did. I really did. It was amazing. They've been a partner with me in, you know, we as a family support suicide prevention and mental health awareness, and it's a really big part of the why of this movie. And they've been with me, you know, in the trenches with that, insane. And so
raised a lot of money too. Their fandom has been a very positive, very
over $500,000 that they've just given to that cause. You know, unbelievable. They're not professionals. They don't have any dog in the hunt other than they just want to see the movie.
Right.
It's all we want to do. And they're like tireless, insanely, you know, dedicated. But I'm glad that like I can give the smallest amount back. And really the smallest amount back is this effort of making this movie. And it really is true. Because like without them, for sure, there would be we wouldn't be here talking. There would be no movie. But yeah, it was a Herculean effort. Then they did the Times Square. The Times Square was really, to me, was like a bit of a tipping point, because you could really look at that, and it was 2 billboards, and there were video, and the Superman flew into the other billboard. And the money that they raised to get the billboards, they would give half that money to AFSP. And you know, there was always that partnership was on the billboards and everything. So you were like, wow, that journey was just insane. And yeah, did I think, was there a chance it was gonna really happen? Like, you know, I don't want to encourage, something that's impossible. They were doing such amazing work. So I would say, like, look, here's some cool stuff. Here's a drawing I did. And maybe because of streaming, thank
It certainly helped that
God
HBO Max,
for
there's a place
HBO Max.
to bring it.
No, absolutely. Thank God for HBO Max, because without HBO Max, I don't even also know that there would be a venue for this movie to exist.
Right.
We're in this beautiful serendipitous moment where these two things happened at the same time, and it's fortunate. And I think that in this streaming world, this is kind of the perfect place for this 4-hour movie to exist, because it's also chaptered film. Like I always envisioned it as this sort of chaptered piece. And when we were watching the movie at home, it's really easy when a chapter comes up to pause the movie and go to the bathroom or go get some chips or whatever you're gonna do. And that's cool. And then you just come back and you get right into it. It's like you're binging a show over 4 hours, which, these in the modern world, do standing on our heads.
Everybody's used to that.
Yeah, that's no big.
It's true. The Times actually caught up with the ability to give this story a venue to be told.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Another thing that worked incredibly nicely, and probably the most important character that everyone was anticipating, is the first cinematic appearance of Darkseid. I'm delighted. I don't want to spoil the movie, but like when there's a moment when Omega beams come into play, and I shrieked in the middle of the wee hours of the morning. It's like, ah, because you never see something like that in the real world.
Yeah.
How important was it for you to get Darkseid into this? Here, he's a major component, and in fact, correct me if I'm wrong, one sequence, he took the place of Steppenwolf. Like, I remember there was one Steppenwolf beating ass, but instead it was Darkseid.
Well, I mean, and that was always the way I had...
It's fantastic.
I had always imagined. And, bringing Uxas, baby, because when he was younger...
Deep cuts, kids, deep cuts.
And so when he comes to Earth, thousands of years ago, looking for this thing that he had heard was hidden somewhere in the universe, he'd been searching all these planets, destroying them probably in his quest.
Turns him to dust, he says.
Turns him to dust. So he finds on Earth this equation called the anti-life equation, which controls the will, all will. So basically could bend anyone to his way of thinking is a way to kind of think about it. So what happens is we see him, and so we get to see him like, fighting and kind of, doing his thing, kind of a young, world destroyer, cutting his teeth on, some Earthlings, and he bites off a little more than he can chew, but it's fun, and of course, when we do see him later in the movie. Now he's really the absolute King Daddy of the universe, and he's mad about that thing that happened to him a while ago, and he's not going to be kind when he finds out. That's where he wants to go, because that's where the thing, first of all, that he lost is, and also those guys humiliated me a little bit a while ago, and I want to make up for that.
Darkseid Comics royalty, because he's created by Jack Kirby, for heaven's sakes, and you did him justice, true justice, Zack Snyder Justice League justice, by putting him in this flick. As a big, longtime fan, I thank you for that. Let's talk about heroes, because as you mentioned before, 10 years of doing DC hero movies.
Almost, yeah.
So you have a perspective. You have a take on heroes that are very distinctive. What makes a hero most for you?
Well, I think, the thing about Justice League, I think that is sort of the thesis of the movie, is that, these heroes are misfits, and they all come from, they're slightly dysfunctional, but in a lot of ways, incredibly relatable to just us, just people. The best myth speaks to us in an archetypal way about the struggles that we all face in our everyday lives. And I think that what we learn is that these heroes are us in a lot of ways. And I think that the real heart of the movie, if you look at Cyborg's journey, who's like really he's the linchpin, he's the kind of the why of it.
He's the heart and soul of the journey. He's on it, and even though he has godlike powers as well, because he's Borg-life, he's our human way in.
Yeah, 100%.
The one that, like Barry, to some degree, we can totally identify.
Yeah, like we yesterday.
And Ray did a phenomenal job.
I know, Ray does.
That's the other beauty of the Zack Snyder Justice League. You get to see that entire storyline.
Yeah. So when you look at sort of Ray's journey, that in the end, there's a line where he says, I'm not broken and I'm not alone, which I think it really, in a lot of ways, just has a beautiful meshing with our message of mental health and our message of like suicide prevention and all this. There's just this beautiful symmetry now to the whole thing, and that a hero is just, we all are heroes to ourselves. We have to, because we can all stand up and we can all be strong and we can all be supported by each other. And I think that in the end, that's really what the movie is about.
As a longtime DC Comics fan, this is incredibly gratifying to me to see the vision writ large from end to end. And it had everything to do with people that you minted yourself. The people that pushed for it, released the Snyder Cut, were people you made fans by telling your versions of the stories of these great characters, man. So
That's cool.
As a DC fan, I salute you. As a filmmaker, I salute you. It's a wonderful, wonderful film.
Well,
Congratulations.
I appreciate it, really do. Awesome.
It's like when you grab his head, you're not, it's like you almost want to give it to it, rather than you trying to stop it. Yeah. I'm out! That moment right there, this is where we're taking just standing, boom. And then so this will be the line, which he's going to say line. Say line.
Believe it.
And then as long as you keep your wrist here, the glow will come down.
Kids, on a night like tonight, the stars always shine bright, man. So let's welcome a few of the brightest stars.
Hi, everyone. This is Connie Nielsen, and I play Queen Hippolyta, Queen of the Amazons in Justice League and in Wonder Woman. And this is a shout out to all of the fans. Thank you for all the love, for the support, for the dedication. And thank you for all the messages, the fan art, all of the ways in which you appreciate the work that we've brought into playing these characters. You're going to have a blast with this film. As you can see, there are lots and lots of Amazons in this one too. And I just hope you guys are going to have an incredible time. I hope you enjoy everything that we've worked really hard to put up there. And I know Zach is just so excited that you guys are getting to see this. So lots and lots and lots of love and thank you and gratitude for all your support. Mwah.
Hey, it's Ray Porter. Big shout out to the fans who never gave up. Thank you, HBO Max. And most of all, congratulations, Zack Snyder. It's been a heck of a journey. Thanks for bringing me along.
Meanwhile, in the friendly confines of the fan pen, our correspondent Joelle is ready to lead us on another adventure.
It's an adventure, all right, Kevin. Albeit a trivial one, but that was completely by design because it's trivia time!
Let's do this.
Yes, let's do it.
Go!
Oh, wait, hold on. We have someone joining us?
What?
Hold on, guys, hold on.
Oh, hello, my friend.
What?
I able to do Justice League trivia without your old boy Ray Fisher.
This guy.
Oh my God.
Hi, Ray. How you doing?
Oh my God.
What is going on, people? What is going on? How you doing, Joelle? Let's see who we got here. I mean, my screen keeps shifting from person to person, but it's nice to see you all. Come on, y'all. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for supporting Zack Snyder's Justice League. Thank you for attending this trivia session. And I guarantee it's going to be a good one. I'm going to be watching, and you will be forever embarrassed if you get any of these questions wrong here today.
Ray, don't tell them that. They're already so nervous. Oh my God.
I'm just joking. Thank you guys for being here. And I'll let Joelle take it away. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and get busy, shall we?
All right, guys. So no pressure, but the Ray Fisher is in the room. So I'm really going to need you guys to step up your trivia. It's gonna be good though. I promise. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So let's just get into it. Let's have some fun.
So, one of the Justice League's greatest enemies, Darkseid, fires blank beams from his eyes or hands.
The Omega Beams.
Yeah.
That is correct. And, I've seen the movie, can't verify whether or not we're going to be getting some Omega Beams in that, but you are correct.
Awesome. Okay, I'll take the next one. In the comics, Alfred had this job before joining the Wayne family.
He worked for the the British government in MI6.
Yes, he was serving the Queen of England, and then somehow made his way to Bruce. What a journey! What a story!
What is the name of the island Wonder Woman comes from?
Themyscira.
Themyscira is correct.
Okay, when Superman came back from the dead, his suit was what colors?
It was black and silver.
Hey, yes, nice job. That stunning suit. Oh, what a legacy. What an icon of just visual representation. It's glorious.
All right, so for this next one, and this one is very near and dear to my heart. When did Cyborg, aka Vic Stone, first appear in DC Comics?
Liz.
I think it's 1980.
Yeah, you got it.
Go ahead, come on. And the specific issue was DC Comics Presents number 26. Go ahead, great job.
What a beautiful moment that was when Cyborg came into our lives. Just incredible.
Awesome.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm so excited for this question. Okay, all right, here we go. Junkie XL and this composer joined forces to write Wonder Woman's iconic theme song and Batman v Superman. Who is he? That I see so many hands, so y'all can just say it.
Hans Zimmer!
Himself.
Yes. Sorry, I just hear those drums. I go crazy.
Okay, let's go with this one. Which comic book legend created the characters of Darkseid and Steppenwolf?
Ooh. Again, all hands are up, so y'all just say it.
Jack Kirby.
Jack Kirby.
Hey, listen, y'all are so talented. They were like, we don't know if we're gonna know all the crap you do because you're fans and you're ready and you're prepared. Yes. Okay, so this is our final question. So here we go. What day did Zack Snyder announce that Zack Snyder's Justice League would be coming to HBO Max? You guys got it. Just say it.
May
20th.
2020. A day that will live in...
That should be a holiday now.
The day you all became victorious in your long-standing mission. And listen, you guys knew the answers. You're all super fans. And so you guys all win.
Thank you for everything that you've done. And you guys enjoy Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
And that concludes the trivia portion of our program. Looks like I'm hanging with a bunch of brainiacs over here. You guys really know your stuff. Well done. Back to you, Kevin.
Up next, I got yet another behind-the-scenes clip. Just burning a hole in my pocket, ladies and gentlemen. Check this one out.
What just happened was you looked at Mira, and then you looked back at him, and then you're like, rah!
Got it.
Rich could have his hand up, right? So you could put it right. Boosh! That mark will be super critical where you guys land the grab. Oh no. All right, good.
3, 2, 1, action!
Zack's gone and outdone himself yet again. And that seems to be going around, kids, as I pass it back to the fan pen for a peek at some of the chicest cosplay looks to grace our red carpet tonight. Take it away, Joel.
Well, our premiere might be virtual, but this cosplay you're about to see is for real. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 amazing cosplayers here decked out in their best, and I cannot wait to talk to them. I guess I just want to start with talking about, like, how did you guys initially get into this glorious community?
I would say for me, being a person of color, I think that I strive to make a difference. Basically, tell people they can be whoever they want. And, you know, I've always loved Superman. So I was like, hey, why not diversify my cosplay and do different characters that inspire me? And
Yes.
so that's kind of how it started for me.
I love that. Yes, you are, and a beautiful one of that. You look amazing. Susie, tell us how you got into cosplaying.
I've always been just a big Halloween fan. And then a couple of years ago, I just started like learning how costumes were made by cosplayers. And I said, I'm going to try. And ever since then, I've just been making newer, bigger things.
I love that. Philip, tell us how you got into cosplay.
To me, I thought it was so fun to be creatively expressive and be able to kind of like discover something, you know, true about yourself and why you relate to these kind of fantastical worlds that filmmakers create for us. And, you know, cosplay communities, you know, make it open for everyone of different skill levels and craftsmanship styles to be part of it. So it's a really great community.
That's beautiful. Adi, how did you get into cosplay?
I went to a Comic-Con and I didn't dress up. And honestly, I just love the aspect of a superhero. And I love Halloween and the fact that you can mix them both together and dress up as a superhero whenever you want. I was hooked.
Liz, how did you get into cosplay?
When I saw Batman vs Superman, I really connected with Gal, and the suit was just so beautiful. I was like, wow, this is so beautiful. I wish I could dress like that one day. And I always like to give back, and I had an event coming up, and then I was like, you know what, maybe I can get a suit and dress up for these kids and do something with that. I just got inspired because I wanted to give back with it a little bit.
What a beautiful journey. So now Michael Wilkinson did the costumes for this movie. Can you tell me what inspiration you drew from Michael's designs and how you incorporated those into your own costume?
For me, I was really excited when I heard that Jason Momoa was cast as Aquaman, to kind of see a fellow Polynesian, you know, brother on screen. I think overall Michael did a fantastic job of incorporating cultural themes to make it more aqua dynamic in the water, and just make him look like a, I don't know, can I say it, a badass?
Yeah, a regal badass. Yes.
A regal badass.
Adi, talk to me about putting the finished costume on for the first time.
I can't help it. You just feel so powerful. You can't help but be in character, you know, just feel it, like feel it.
Susie, you have the most epic prop. Can we see the head a little bit? Can maybe you point it towards, so look at the way you've layered this. This is gorgeous.
I started with some like plastic bags. So I just kind of shaped the large head face area and then slowly worked to make the horns. I covered that in a thin layer of EVA foam. And then on top of that is layered all these individual spikes. And I just kept adding spikes and spikes. And I've tossed him in the air and he's fine. So he's durable too.
I just want to go around one more time and like, Susie, Adi, Philip, Liz, is there anything about your costumes or wearing these particular pieces or that you just really like love the fact that you designed it or get to wear it?
This is one piece that I'm really proud of. You know, when I had slapped this onto the chest, it, you know, just made me feel so powerful.
I think for me, the power of transformation from our everyday regular lives into something that's a bit more fantastical is pretty amazing.
For me, I am like super detailed person. And so I pride myself on being as close as I can to these costumes. And to me, that's the fun of it, is to be a perfectionist as much as I can, because it does help as a distraction from, you know, the everyday of life.
And community of cosplay is so kind and fun, and all we want to do is just nerd out, right? So if you want to wear the hope symbol in your chest, which is perfect for the whole Snyder cut of we kept our hope, and then I think you should.
Thank you guys so much for joining me. This has been amazing. I always love talking cosplay. I'm so inspired by you guys and you guys at home. We wouldn't be here without that kind of passion and ingenuity. So please continue doing you. Now, back to Kevin.
Prepare your eyeballs, kids, for another trip behind the scenes of Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Starting with one camera, kind of looking down the line, and then the second camera, the defense, when he sees the blitz. Second you turn, start to analyze the defense immediately.
We still do the scoreboard?
Yeah, you do the scoreboard. When he looks at the clock, hold, hold, hold.
I didn't want to lose the ball this time.
No, it was good.
Switch it, or even like first you season B, switch it to that before this.
Right, sure.
It's not like but it's also like, it's like, oh my God.
Gotta get under it.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the idea that the arms are almost even still, like he's in more of a conscious process.
Plan. Wow. Yeah.
Oh, your head
Yeah, that's the other thing, you gotta play that moment like this. Because you're looking at her, see the hot dog. Oh, yeah.
Right, yeah. Right.
3, 2, 1, action!
Now, everybody who's anybody knows that the Snyder Cut features Darkseid, man. But based on this next piece, it's clear the film also has a lighter side, too. You see what I did there? Wordplay, man. Behold! I give you the blooper reel, ladies and gentlemen.
My name is Ezra Miller, and I am criminally excited to be a part of the Justice League.
You gotta be kidding me. Where's he at? Don't pay me because I'll wait until the last day. I'm 30 as well. Give it to me.
Like, honestly, I'm having too much fun. There should be rules.
It's a kindergarten here. Honestly, it's preschool. It's worse than preschool.
Take it back, right?
Don't grab me! Woo woo! You get bored life! Bring your baby!
I just snuggle up under my cowl.
Yeah! We did it, Zack!
Today just feels like it's going smoothly and efficiently. It feels odd saying that to you with my shirt off, covered in baby oil.
Hey, let's check in once again with our fan pen for an update. What's happening over there?
It's time to put a bow on things over here at the fan pen. I want to thank the Snyder Cut fan for making tonight even more special than it already is. You guys are incredible.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You were awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks so
I
much.
feel this
Thank
love.
you.
It's so nice. Once again, I'm Joelle Monique, signing off from the fan pen. Thanks for watching.
See you guys.
Let's go.
See ya.
Bye.
Let's do this.
Man, I want to thank Zach and HBO Max for having me on to host this one-of-a-kind premiere for a truly one-of-a-kind film event, man. Special shout-outs to the entire Zack Snyder's Justice League cast, our correspondent, Joelle Monique, and this awesome crew that you can't see around me for helping to put it all together, man. And last but never least, kids, thanks to you, the fans. A truly heroic effort all around. And now, through the magic of editing, I'm about to be whisked away to my house as promised, man. This is Kevin Smith reminding you, #SnyderCut. And I'm home, kids. It's that simple. They whisked me over here, lost a couple pounds on the way, and ready to kick back and talk to Zach and Debbie Snyder live as soon as we can hook them up, man. How'd you like the digital red carpet premiere, kids? So nice that we were able to get fans involved. The cosplay stuff was wonderful. The trivia contest was legit hard and whatnot. Thanks to the good folks at Warner Brothers, HBO Max, who made it possible. It's a huge evening, ladies and gentlemen. While we wait for Zach, let's just think about this exact moment in time. It's a fan-derived moment. This filmmaker is a wonderful guy, legit, really wonderful guy, and a visionary filmmaker. This guy doesn't get to enjoy this moment in time without you. A couple years ago, he was trying to accomplish something, and then, as often happens, life got in the way. And then because of your dedication of the fan base out there, the folks that were hashtagging release the Snyder Cut, we now have something to do tonight. What were we going to do tonight? You know, I know it's St. Patrick's Day, but it's like nothing to do, man. But thanks to your efforts, HBO Max gave Zach a place to see his vision come to life. You know, as a director, not a great director like Zach, but as a director, you know, it all starts with a dream. This guy's dreaming about telling this story for a while and then didn't get to tell the story. And because of your dedication to the man's craft, to the man's history, to what he'd done before, and the belief in what he had yet to do, it's all coming together tonight. I remember hearing stories about this version of the movie, man, the Snyder Cut, hearing elements that were hardcore at play. And now tonight, you're going to get to see them. I saw them a week ago, and they're fantastic. Oh, we lost them again. We almost had the Snyders, but then we lost them. The problem is, kids, all the money was spent on making Zack Snyder's Justice League. We left $10 for this digital satellite link up with Zach. That's why you're watching me talk about all this instead of the man himself and the woman who makes the man and the movies with the man and stuff like that. So until then, it's shucking and jiving. Back to you, the fans. Making this happen hasn't happened before in cinema history. There have been extended cuts of movies, to be sure, celebrated some of them. Sometimes they release a movie years later, like Magnificent Ambersons or something like that, Orson Welles' movie. This is the only instance in film history where the fan base made a movie come to life, happen, finish that movie. Pure desire, pure passion from the fan base for years. And a lot of folks were doubted online. You know, people were like, there is no such thing as the Snyder Cut. Apparently, those cats were wrong. And you were absolutely right, man. We got some poll results we want to share with you right now, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as they feed them to me. Which villain are you most excited to see in Zack Snyder's Justice League? The results: Joker, 20%. Darkseid, 53%, man. Come on. Darkseid is. You know what I'm talking about. Steppenwolf, 12%. Granny Goodness, 5%. I can't believe Granny Goodness even got on the board, for heaven's sakes. You know, kids, I'm sure a lot of you are sitting there going, what do you have to do with Zack Snyder's Justice League, Kevin Smith, other than the fact that you talk about it on your Fat Man Beyond podcast and something like that? It's a good question, kids. Let me just tell you a story from my childhood. 1989, Tim Burton's Batman was coming out, right? Well, this was wrong. 1992, Tim Burton's Batman Returns is coming out. And so they do a network special called The Cat, the Bat, and the Penguin. And Robert Urich, who was the guy who played Spencer for Hire, and later on he was one of the captains of the Love Boat, he was the host, and he had nothing to do with the movie. He wasn't in it at all. And I remember videotaping this on my VHS so I could watch it over and over again. It had that clip with Michelle Pfeiffer snapping mannequin heads off in one take and whatnot. That came from that special. So I remember being a kid and being like, what does Robert Urich have to do with Batman and Tim Burton? Why is he the host of this thing? How random. Years later, I became Robert Urich, kids. I am Robert Urich right now. I got nothing to do with Zack Snyder's Justice League, man. I know the guy who plays Batman. I put him in a movie, and maybe as one of the steps that got him here and stuff like that. But I got no association with the flick, and here I am rubbing elbows with my betters, man. Thanks to you good folks, because you made this movie happen. Where would you want to live? Here's a new poll, kids. In Zack Snyder's Justice League, and we got the results for you. People took the time to respond. Here's your responses. Metropolis, 40%. No surprise there. Apocalypse, 18%. You emo goth kids, you. Who the hell would ever want to live on Apocalypse, man? Themyscira, 20%. Surprised to see that number is not the highest here. Atlantis, 22%. As a kid who was shown Jaws at age 5 in a drive-in, no way, man. I ain't living in them suck bubbles having conversations under the sea. I know what goes on under the sea. People drown. Just to update you, if you're sitting there going, when can I see a real director? Not this purple wearing hack. Great question, kids. They're still trying to connect Zach and Debbie. Well, Zach and Debbie connected in real life a long time ago, and obviously do it quite well. But I'm talking about connect them here for our digital red carpet. This is what don't happen in the real red carpet, ladies and gentlemen. The real red carpet, they'd have a Zach Wrangler, make sure he was here and stuff. But as it stands, you just got the guy who made, Jay and Silent Bob reboot to stand in for a far better director. We got a tweet we can read for you here, man. Sid OLL Mouth at Sidiot says, why is that Kevin Smith such a sweetheart? The digital red carpet for Snyder Cut was too good. Love from India. So excited. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Let me tell you, that's high praise. Thank you. And what time is it in India? So much excitement worldwide. People staying up. I saw some tweets from folks that were in the UK who were like, oh, I'm staying up. It's 4 a.m, but I got to see it. That's the worst British accent you've ever heard, I'm sure. But there's a lot of joy out there, man. Jade at Sly Bat 2 says, not going to lie, that blooper had me tearing up with joy. Zack Snyder's Justice League, hashtag Snyder Cut. Blooper reel was fun, man. There's good times to be had, apparently, on that set. I love watching stuff like that. I'm telling you, I probably said it in the special, but it takes a visionary director to shoot a movie on a stage where everything is green except the actor. That's it. And know where everything's going to be. Like, as you watch the behind the scenes stuff, you see Zach literally calling out, like, all right, here comes the fucking Trident or whatever. Here comes the Snyder Cut. Steppenwolf's axe. Sorry for cursing. And you see, Jason Momoa on the gimbal kind of tilt and stuff. That, I don't have to do that when I make a movie. I'm not like, here comes the money to the cash register. Silent Bob is coming your way. What you see is what you get, literally, in my flicks and stuff. But when you're making a movie like Zack Snyder's Justice League, Zack has to keep that whole movie going in his head. And everyone has to trust that he knows what's going on, that he knows that everything's going to look like it took place underwater. It's astounding, man. Roman NM. I am Roman, but spelled phonetically with E-Y-E-M, Roman. Best toast of the year goes to that Kevin Smith. So glad I took the time with your name. That was incredible, man. You're doing amazingly, my brother. Live red carpet, hashtag live red carpet, hashtag Snyder Cut, hashtag Zack Snyder's Justice League. What time is it, man? Because in any minute now, 6 minutes. We are 6 minutes away. I feel like it's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Silly Bob. We are 6 minutes away from history happening. 6 minutes away from something that so many people dreamed about. And so many people were like, it's never going to happen. It's about to happen. You're literally going to spend the next 4 hours just wrapped, ensconced in the bosom of big budget Hollywood movie making in the hands of an absolute pro, man. It's coming your way. I watched the movie on a Friday. I said it before. Friday morning, 1 a.m. I was like, I'll watch a little bit, go to sleep. Watch the whole damn thing. Stayed up till 5 in the morning, man. It's beautiful. You're gonna love what you're about to see. And boy, you know, go to the bathroom now is all I'm saying. Because 4 hours is a long time to pinch it, squeeze it. And you're not gonna want to leave. I know you can pause and stuff like that, but come on. If you pause the screening while you're watching HBO Max in 5 minutes, you know, you run the risk of being out of sync with the rest of the world. There are going to be people who will see Darkseid before you if you pause to go to the bathroom. So my best advice to you is to take your device with you into the bathroom. If it's a giant TV, just leak in a cup, kids. You don't want to take your eyes off the screen. I know you're like, well, I'm at home. I should be able to pause this. Not for this. This is an epic, for heaven's sakes. Plus, you wanted this. You wanted this. So you can't go to the bathroom during it at all. Go to the bathroom now. Go while I'm talking. I have nothing useful to say. I'm just killing time here, man, because couldn't connect with the Snyders and stuff. So now's the time to take the Zack Snyder Justice League's official bathroom break, man, because it's about to begin. It's 8:56, man. 4 minutes. In 4 minutes, you're going to leave this, jump on over to HBO Max, sit there and just bathe in the glory of Darkseid. You're going to see something beautiful. You're going to see a movie you've never seen before, and trust me, it's a great film. Fatma at Fringe Bats says, Zack directing with a whole suit and tie is something I'm living for. Zack Snyder's Justice League is the hashtag. It's hashtag Snyder Cut. Hashtag Borg-like. As you can see. Midnight Pacific, not 9 o'clock. Yeah, I think that I'm talking the East Coast kids. They get to watch it, right? Or they're just giving me information in my ear. Yeah, so on the East Coast, they're going to get to watch it in 4 minutes or less, 3 minutes. And on the West Coast, you guys got to wait 3 more hours. That's the price you pay for living in paradise. You're going to move out to California where it's always golden and stuff. Every once in a while, you got to pay the piper. This is one of those moments, man. The East Coast kids got us all over you, because I seen it already. I seen Zack Snyder's Justice League last week, and I loved it. You're going to love it as well, man. But yes, sorry. In case people on the West Coast were like, I heard the guy who made Silly Bob say that it was about to start. Only for those who are back east where it's almost midnight, kids. But here where it's 9 o'clock, you still got time to go to the bathroom, see your family, kiss them goodbye for like 4 hours when it happens and stuff. Or gather them together. Wake the kids up. Go get them out of bed. Be like, what are you doing sleeping? Today is the Lord's Day. Snyder's doing the Lord's work, and we get to enjoy it, man. It's like going to church, but like where everyone wants to go, not just grandma or your parents and stuff like that. Everyone wants to go to this church, man. Everyone knows all the damn songs and whatnot. Can't wait to read from the Gospel of the Bat. Red Rabbit at Koizumi _ Riza says, at Snyder Cut, thank you for bringing our Aquaman and Mira to life in hashtag Snyder Cut. Yeah, you're going to see some Mira action. You're going to see some Volko. You're going to see Arthur himself, of course. You get to see some guest appearances in this. The aforementioned Granny Goodness, who didn't get much of a vote, you know, she'll get her own movie one day. You mark my words. But right now, she's like where Harley Quinn was 25 years ago. She's about to break. DCU movie page says, hashtag Zack Snyder's Justice League. Connie, absolute queen in every way, gave one of them hearts and said hashtag Snyder Cut, hashtag Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yes, very sweet of Connie Nielsen to jump in on our special, and as well as Ray as well. Good times, everybody. And I'm sure the rest of the cast all over the world, wherever they're shooting or not shooting right now based on COVID, are also ready and here with us in spirit and whatnot. A lot of them came back to, oh my God, look at this cat. The King of Tech. That only took like 10. Don't trust this guy. I can't even get connected on his internet. The Snyders, how are you?
Right now.
There it is. We're losing him again. Look at him. He can. Well, he can see us, baby. They can both see us.
Are you
Kids,
on
if you
the
can't
now?
hear us, man, huge congratulations.
now.
This is going to be a big night for you. How do you feel? Use your face and your hands to indicate
no.
what this moment means to you.
Okay. Oh, now I lost him.
We lost?
Yeah,
And
he's
we
gone.
lost them.
Oh no, he's there. He's
If
on
I
your
think,
computer.
if I could speak for the Snyders, this is what. Ah, they're back! I don't have to speak for. And they're gone. I now feel the frustration of all those folks who wanted the Snyder cut for so long.
Wait, are we
and whatnot.
back?
You're about to get what you wanted. Whoa, they're back! Can you hear me, kids?
Yes. Can you hear us?
We can't hear you. I can't hear you. Hopefully, maybe they can hear you.
Can't hear us.
I hear you a little bit. I got
You do?
you.
A little bit. It might be the going on.
How
the
are you
computer.
feeling? I hear you now. How are you feeling, kids? A big night for both of you. What's it feel like right now?
It's exciting. I'm frustrated by technology as usual, but very excited. We're, it's T-minus. It's happening right now. It's on.
It's starting, man. Let's send everybody over to HBO Max to watch. The Snyder Cut. Zack Snyder's Justice League is happening right now. If you're on the East Coast, it's happening. If you're on the West Coast, you got some time and stuff. Kids, I couldn't be happier for both of you. I know it's frustrating getting hooked up, but what a triumphant night for you. You worked so damn hard, and the fans delivered you to this moment. Is there anything you want to say to the good folks who pushed for release the Snyder Cut?
I think we just want to say we wouldn't be here without all of you, and it really means so much to us personally. The support that you've given us and our family has been amazing, and we really hope that you love this movie because we've worked really hard, and I hope you can see all the respect and love that we have for these characters. And it wouldn't be here without you, and we realize that, and we appreciate it.
What she said, 100%. Thank you, Debbie, for those eloquent words. But yes, we love and feel huge support from and for and these amazing fans. And I just can't wait for you to check out the movie because it's coming at you right now.
Okay, so what they're telling me is to remind everybody that it's 3 a.m. Eastern that it's starting, 12 a.m. Pacific. That's when everybody gets.
So it's not coming at you quite yet.
No, that's I thought I was trying to throw people off so they can go watch it. I'm sure a bunch of people are like, it's not on, you idiot. Yes, it starts at midnight on the East Coast, 3 a.m. Midnight on the West Coast, 3 a.m. on the East Coast. I've read lots of tweets from folks who are staying up around the world. How does that make you both feel as the filmmakers?
No, it's amazing, and I'm excited. I'm sorry about the productivity in the workplace tomorrow. From the global standpoint of world markets and things that are going to crash, but otherwise, really excited about the result.
What do you think the fans are going to freak out over the most?
I mean, I think there's a lot of fun things for the fans to freak out about. I mean, I think from the beginning to the end, if you are a lover of these characters and movies in general, I just think that, the movie we made with a lot of love for these characters and for this world. And we were just looking for it's a big immersive movie. And I think that just every chapter, every scene, really is there for this amazing fandom and the world in general. People who the uninitiated to just kind of take a deep dive with these characters, and when they see some like mega beams maybe coming out somewhere, they might just like lose it.
I think the Flash and Cyborg story, we get to see a lot of them, which is really cool.
That's true.
I think the answer we were all looking for was simply Darkseid, because that's what it is. Everyone can't wait to see the debut of Darkseid. Did you guys get to see any of the amazing cosplay that they had going on during the digital red carpet premiere? People dressing up.
So cool. Those guys are amazing. Yeah. And, I follow a few of those cats and see what the amazing Liz Wonder, crazy, like, honestly, photo ready costumes that I'm like, who makes these? I need to hire these people. Unbelievable.
And for those that don't know, like that, you're sitting in your home theater. This is where a lot of the early release the Snyder Cut imagery came from. When you would do, like your what do you stream on? What is your chosen site? Vero.
Yeah, when we did the Man of Steel watch party, and we did the announcement, we did it right here, as well as this is where I did all my visual effects reviews and approved all the shots. For the movie, I did it right here in the theater. We would have them. So this is also one of the making of spots for the movie itself. So that's pretty cool.
Now, how many times do you think at this point both of you have seen the 4-hour version of Zack Snyder's Justice League?
I've seen it. I probably don't even know how many times I've seen it. But I will say that when it's all mixed and colored in its final form, I've only probably maybe 4 or 5 times that way, like completely everything done. Like when we do like a QC in the theater or watch it on one of the big monitors on a Company 3, like HDR monitors, I have to watch every version of the movie, whether it's, HDR, the Rec 709 or the
IMAX.
IMAX. I had to watch that. That was not so horrible. But it's it's cool to just watch, and the black and white version. So I had to watch color, black and white, all the different formats. So, but it's every time I kind of see something else too. I got to say, I'm still seeing stuff. When we watched it in IMAX for the last time, I literally was like, "What the heck? What's that? What's that?" So like, when you see it so huge, you see it, you're like, how did that get through? We can talk about that later.
When you were working, obviously you're a great team. You guys work together, you've made many movies together, and you also have a life together outside of the movies. How hard is it to be married and make a movie, particularly a movie as gigantic as this? Making any movie tests the filmmaker's patience on every department. So, generally speaking, you don't have to worry about going to work and then fighting with your spouse as well in case you get into creative differences. How well does it work for you guys, and can you recommend it for others?
I recommend it. I mean, honestly, I don't know how it would work otherwise. I think like we really have each other's best interest. It's the same interest, which is really great. And a lot of times you're away on location for a year. So we can just set up house, and we're also there with a lot of the crew or our family. So it's nice when we travel for so long that we have this extended family around us. But I think we balance each other out in a nice way.
Definitely do. And definitely without Debbie, there's no movie. That's just a fact. So, she keeps us focused. We get distracted easily. It's part and parcel for the game. But but she keeps us on task, as they say.
I think he's saying I'm like bad cop.
No,
he's
she's not
bad
cop. She's not bad cop. It's not. That's rude.
Well, the hardest job I think that any producer has is it's their job to tell the director no. Like at the end of the day, it's their job to make yes, but sometimes you have to be able to tell the director no. And it's hard to hear no when it's coming from somebody that I'm friends with. It would be hard to hear no coming from somebody that I live with. I'd be like, come on, man, you got to do it for me. And it transcends personal into the professional.
I try that all the time. I try that.
Yeah, but it's also...
But I thought, what about this? No, that's not going to get it.
No, but it's also my
play
job
the love card.
Yeah, every now and then I'll throw it down. Sometimes occasionally she'll go like, you know what? Let's do it. not very often, but like, because mostly the request is ridiculous. I realize that what I'm asking is impossible. Like, I'm like, can't we build a time machine and just go back and get that thing? And then she'll be like, no, that technology doesn't exist. Okay, you're insane.
but a lot of times I fight for Zach's vision.
Always fights for the vision. That's
so that, I think that's my job as a producer. Like, I have an obligation to the studio to be on budget, to be on time, but also ultimately, and I think that's the thing when you have a company that's director driven, it's my job to bring his vision to the screen. So I try really hard, to make that happen and to figure out a way to make that work. Sometimes I do say no, though.
Tonight, yeah, you have to. You absolutely have to. Tonight, you kids are bringing to life one of Jack Kirby's greatest creations for the first time in a movie, Darkseid. Which design did you go with? How did you figure out the inspiration for the design for the first Darkseid we ever get to see in a movie?
I mean, I went back to the original Kirby work, and I thought that was really kind of a cool place to start. And then, I had an incredible team of, I have at line level, I have a crazy awesome team, and those guys really dug in with the material, presented me tons of stuff, and we kind of narrowed it down and honed it down. But I think always keeping, that the Darkseid, the new gods is what it's all like, in mind. And when you see him, I think you know him in 1 second. That's kind of the litmus test for me, is like that's Darkseid. Like that's how that's got to feel. And I think I think he's pretty awesome. He's pretty badass.
And we get to see 2 versions of him.
Yeah, we can see.
Young
Yeah,
and
we
old.
talked about that.
Yeah.
Oh, also though, there is amazing. Weta is doing an amazing. I don't know if you saw that. They're doing like a big sculpture of him on his throne, kind of King Conan style. Because that was inspired by that image of him on the throne. I always loved that image of Conan at the end of Conan. Where it says, he wore that crown upon a troubled brow. That bit, and I love
geek.
like
Movie geek right there.
Movie. I remember seeing that and going like, I need it. There's more. What?
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was cool. It was like I was like, I want to do that. I want to do that pose.
When you I think when people started hearing about the flick, how much was missing from the flick, the extended cut of the flick, the 4-hour version, the Snyder cut, if you will, there was, nobody had any information. So the internet would provide information, some of it true, some of it did not true at all. I think there was an overarching feeling of like, oh, it's just going to be a shot of Darkseid and that's it. But I've seen the flick. There's Darkseid in the movie, like legit amount of Darkseid, which was absolutely thrilling for me.
He's got some scenes. He's doing some scene work.
Yeah. And
so we get to know what he's thinking. And it's not just like in a dream sequence, he's coming. He's not happy. Well, he is slightly happy. Because he thinks he's doing something.
Yes. He thinks he's gonna get that pesky anti-life equation. We shall see. What do you cats do to get ready for a night like tonight? Like, how do you guys get ready for the unveiling of something that you've spent so much time working on, something that there's so much expectation about wanting to see? How do you prepare for a night like this?
Well, we have champagne.
Oh, yeah. Champagne.
That'll help.
Grease the wheel, squeeze the gears, or whatever you call it. And then
it's the best way to do it.
We were up there working a minute ago. So it was exciting to rush down. We had a bit of a snafu with our technology, but that's COVID, but here we are talking unbelievably through these cables and wires in my basically in my basement. So even though it's a miracle, we take it for granted a little bit. And I think that's it's okay. But we what else were we doing?
We're going to take a deep breath, maybe. Because I feel like we've been going and going. I mean, we just finished the movie like 2 weeks ago, and then getting ready with the ads and, you know, and the press and everything that it takes to put a movie out. We haven't been able to catch our breath and enjoy the moment. Like this moment, so many people work so hard, including the fans. Like it took them a long time to like build this campaign and then to actually make the movie and get it done. I mean, it's so many people, the crew, the artists, I mean, they put their heart and souls in it. And I think now to just enjoy the moment, like and not forget the moment, you know, because I think that's important.
For it's the doom of men that dead. I don't know if you're familiar with that scene in Excalibur, but it's, you know.
The which scene in Excalibur? Say it again.
It's the scene where Merlin like takes out his torch and he's like, listen up, you know, just remember this day, this moment. You were there with Arthur the King. You know, it's that scene, you know, and he says, and then at the end he says, for it's a doom of men that they forget. It's that bit, you know, you have to, sorry, more movie, I'm sorry.
You are an Excalibur geek. If I remember correctly, wasn't Excalibur in the opening of BVS? That's one of the movies that's
BVS. They were watching Excalibur. You know, it was also Todd Phillips' joke. They were also weirdly watching Excalibur too. I don't know. Like I always thought that was like I was like, wait, what? Like that's cool.
Well, then, in the language of Excalibur, my friend, you both know the charm of making a now nafra. You have that kind of magic, and it's on display in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Everyone's about to binge it. Do you have any closing thoughts for the good folks out there who've been waiting to watch it and are going to be binging it momentarily?
Listen, all I would say is that, you know, the movie is made with a lot of love. Every single person in all that whole cast, I consider my friends. You know, I've been working with them for years now. It was a family affair. It's a boutique-y movie even for its scale. You know, it's a gigantic movie, but it's really bespoke and custom made by like a loving, you know, handful of people that really, really love it, as well as an army of incredible technicians and amazing artists. But at its core, you know, is this real family. And I just hope that comes through the movie because it's really made with love.
Yeah, and I also just want to say thank you for the support that everyone has shown us personally, and also, you know, for the attention to mental health and for suicide prevention, because, you know, it's something that's really dear to us. But I think with everything going on in the world right now, you know, I think with just a year that we've, you know, been through, I think that is such important work. And the fact that this community has picked up that torch and like carried it means just so much to us. So we're really grateful for that.
Yeah. That's good.
You kids are good people, and you do good work. You do good work on screen. You do good work off screen. Listen to your lady's advice, Zach, and enjoy this moment, man. It's a big year for you. Not only do you have Zack Snyder's Justice League, you got the Dead movie coming up elsewhere and whatnot. Big moment for you. It couldn't happen to a nicer guy. So hopefully, as the world gets to bathe in your glory, you're sitting back there, both of you tonight, and just feeling it and knowing that, like, wow, what a journey, man. We're here. You did it, kids. Congratulations. Thank you so much for spending the time with us tonight, Zack and Debbie Snyder. You guys be good. Enjoy the movie, man.
Thank you for doing this, dude. Thanks for hosting this. You're amazing.
Thank you so much.
No problem. It was absolutely my honor, man. The Justice League drops at midnight Pacific, ladies and gentlemen, 3 a.m. Eastern time on HBO Max. We've been waiting for it forever. Tonight, it's about to happen. Tonight, he arrives. And you're going to find so much absolute joy. Go to the bathroom first and get ready for 4 hours of an epic Just a comic book splash page after splash page brought to life. Zack Snyder's Justice League, ladies and gentlemen, tonight on HBO Max at 12 a.m. Pacific, 3 a.m. Eastern. Have a great time, everybody. Thank you and good night.
Good night.
Thanks, man.